Hey everyone, I'm Pen and this is a pen. Today I'm going to show you how I made a Greek Chiton. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. It doesn't really matter. Either way, I made this for my Penelope of Ithaca cosplay from Epic the Musical because I'm obsessed with it right now and I love it so much. It's so pretty. I'm so proud of it. Anyways, as you can see, I just took pictures in it and videos. So if you want to see those, go to my Instagram or TikTok and let's go. So I got this beautiful purple fabric, and I'm sorry if the audio is bad. I bought a mic and tried to charge it and it did not work. It wouldn't even charge part of it, and I'm like, no, I can't use it, so I have to return it and try and get a new one. But I got this beautiful fabric and I was measuring out twice my wingspan, and then I was just cutting it and ripping it because it's one of the fabrics that you can rip and it's so satisfying and fun. And then I just had to show you Mr. Bean. He likes to sit on my fabric and play with it. He really likes this fabric for some reason, especially. Next I'm just loading my bobbin. I started by connecting the two ends, the shorter ends not obviously, and I did it wrong sides together because I wanted to do a French seam. And then I just sewed that up, and it took a long time because this was like a 60-inch long fabric on the short end. And I promise I ironed it, I just didn't record every single time that I ironed, but then I turned it inside out, and then I did it right sides together on the same thing, and then I was gonna sew, and then you sew along that to encase the leftover, like the seam allowance, so that way you have no raw edges, and that is French seaming. And I'm probably not explaining it well, but that's me doing my best, because words are hard. Then I decided which side would be the top, and I clipped all the way around to hem it. And sewed it down. See, proof, I'm ironing. I did iron. So I forgot to record myself creating the neck hole. I measured about 10 inches from each side of the middle and sewed about like a half inch to an inch of those right sides together to create like a neck hole. And then this is me deciding that I wanted to do like a little peek of the shoulder, so I was gonna sew those down. And for that I measured from the ends of where the neck hole was. I measured about 7 inches, I think, and I did another little right sides together, sewed it down for like 1/4 of an inch. here it is on. I was having a lot of trouble keeping the parts up on my shoulders. I'll show you how I fix that later, but look at how cute. Obviously I need to make a belt, but you know, making the belt, I created like a little pattern because I wanted like that little shape, and then I wanted the rest of it to be about 6 centimeters, and I used jean for like interfacing because I don't actually have interfacing, but I needed it to be like a little bit more stabilized, and I had these old jeans that I had already cut up, so I cut them up more to put them and sandwich them in between my other fabric for stabilization. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounds like it. I sewed that down to what would be the back of the belt, or what's going to be pressing against my body. Anyways, you won't see it. And then again, I thought I hit record, but I didn't, but I sewed the belt right sides together lengthwise, and then I just ironed it. It's so pretty. Here's how it's looking. I hadn't closed the ends of the belt yet. You'll see when I turn around, it's just kind of hanging there and being held on by clips. Then I switched to a stitch that looked kind of Grecian, and along the top straight edge of the belt, I put it all along it. What? Anyways. Then I was deciding what to do along the bottom edge of the belt, and it needed to be able to curve because, you know, I have like the little point, and in the end I chose just like the simple leafy looking pattern. So I just showed that all along the bottom edge of the belt. Also, I didn't switch my bobbin color out, I only switched my thread color out, so I made sure that I was sewing right side up so that the actual like different color would be showing up at the top. And this is how it looks, and it's so pretty, and I'm so happy with it, and I might add more embroidery later by hand. Then I sewed the buttons on each of like the closure points at the top, but it was not a good angle, so I just deleted most of that. And then here again, it's not a good angle, but I had this like chain coin belt thing, and I was taking it apart to create some danglies on the sides of my arms because I thought that would be pretty. And this is me sewing it on, but again, camera angle is horrible, so I cut most of it out because you can't even see what I'm doing. And I had been changing all of the jump rings that held the coins on to like the fancier jump rings that are in between each of the links, so here's me doing that, but again, bad angle, so you can't really see much. Again, terrible angle, so I didn't keep most of it here, but I was sewing on like the hooks and eyes for the belt. I also had sewed down the ends of the belt. And I started hemming the bottom, putting little clips on. And sewing it right down. And try on. I was so happy with it, but you'll see I get really annoyed with the top part's not staying up on my shoulder. So, but I really love how the little dangly bits turn out. I'm very proud of that. And the belt came out great. I probably could have made it a little like tighter. I probably could cinch it in more. And a part of it is like flopping on the back, and I want to maybe notch it down with like some snaps. But here I decided along the top edge of like the neck hole that I wanted to add the same what is it, like the Grecian embroidery looking stuff, so that's what I'm doing here. And I tried it on again, and I'm just adjusting it, and I'm happy with it, and it's so pretty. And then to remedy the top falling off of my shoulder, I got this idea from a friend on Instagram named Commander Vampire. Go check out their Instagram. But I took ribbon and I sewed it down on one end, and then I put a snap on the other and a snap on, and so then I could snap it around whatever bra strap I'm wearing, and it worked so well. You can see it worked so much better. It has its own issues, but I'm happy with it. So on to the reveal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had so much fun with this, and I'm so glad that I filmed this to make a video again, because like some of my projects I'm like, oh, I don't have time, or I don't have the energy to like film it for a video, but this I was like, I have to. So I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad to share it with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Do you like Epic the Musical? Let me know. I'm obsessed with it, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!